You ain't listening to the Underwater FlyZone Podcast, bro. What is you doing?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Underwater FlyZone Podcast, episode 6 of season 5. It's just me here today, a little solo episode for y'all for episode 6. And I got a very important message for every single one of you. I titled this episode, You Are Worthy. And I hope that by the end of this episode, every single one of you can understand that you are worthy. You're worth experiencing your best self. You're worth living out your best life. You're worth fulfilling your full potential. You're worth living out your biggest dreams. You are worthy, y'all. And I hope that by the end of today, every single one of you can understand just how worthy you truly are. And I don't want to waste any time. Let's just hop right into this. All right, so I want to start off by saying that some of us may see a message like this. I know that I probably would feel this way if I saw a message like this. You know, I see a little YouTube video pop up that says you are worthy, and I click on it, and he tells me that he's going to be telling me how worthy I am. I would probably look at this and be like, bruh, okay, I already feel worthy. You know what I'm saying? I already know that I'm worth fulfilling my full potential. I already know this, bro. But it's different whenever you get face to face with your full potential and you realize, oh my goodness, it's game time. You know what I'm saying? And I want every single one of you real quick to just picture, what does living out your full potential look like? If it was a perfect world and you got to pick where you were at in your life, what position you would be in. If you know what God is calling you to do and you could see where he is calling you to be, picture yourself in that position and think, do I really right now actually feel worthy to actually be in that position? Like, do you really feel worthy? Some of y'all are like, yeah, I still feel worthy. Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. I would have felt that same way too. If I clicked on this episode, everything I've said right now, I still would have felt worthy, but I got a little story for y'all, all right? Let's hop right into here. I got a little story to start this thing off. I was blessed. 1 week ago today, I was so blessed to be given the opportunity to go speak at Missouri State University. I got to speak in front of probably my biggest audience yet. Shout out to all the ladies out at 80 Pi, the sorority down at Mo State. 80 Pi, they had me out. I also got to speak to a fraternity. It was like a sorority and a fraternity at the same event. Tons of people. Shout out to my boys out at SIGEP, literally my old fraternity at Northwest, but it was the Missouri State SIGEP. I got to talk to 80 Pi and SIGEP, sorority fraternity, big audience. Basically, I reached out back in November to 80 Pi because I got some horrible news. I heard that they had lost one of their sorority sisters to suicide. I heard that they lost one of their sisters. One of their sisters took her own life, and I knew in that moment, I was like, I need to reach out to them. And I knew one of the girls in that sorority, so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, is there any way I could come speak to y'all? I don't care how we get this done. I could come to a chapter meeting. I could show up during a weekday. I could show up during some random, we could put something together. I don't care how it happens. I don't care where, when, how. I just want to come talk to y'all because I knew what they were going through, and I knew that I have words and I have an experience to offer that can truly help them get through it. So I was like, bro, get me there. I'll do it for free. I don't care. I want to come talk to them because I knew that I could help, you know, because I knew what they were going through. It's such a painful, horrible experience going through suicide, and going through it alone just makes it even worse. So I just wanted to be there for them. I wanted to be there for them so bad. So I reached out, and a couple months went by, and then boom, they messaged me back. They hit me up. Their event coordinator hit me up, and we got it done. I got to go do an hour-long mental health speaking session down at Missouri State, and I was so excited for it. I'm so blessed, so grateful it got to happen. I planned it out just like I normally would. I planned to give a little speech and do our little blank yard sign thing at the end. Basically, we pass out blank yard signs and write a motivational quote on it, or a positive mental health quote on it, and go set it out around the city. So, that was the plan. We go down there, and the event, I'm not even kidding y'all, it went amazing. Like, it was so amazing. I personally, reflecting back, there was a couple things I would have changed, but the girls asked if me and Macy, and shout out Brady Simpson, my homie Brady Simpson pulled up and took pictures for me. Also shout out Macy Simpson, my fiance. She came with me and got some videos. But the girls asked if we wanted to go, see the sorority house, which it was freaking amazing. It was crazy. But when we were there, I asked the girls, like, there was this big group of girls, and I was like, ladies, I'm trying to do this as a career. Like, I need you to be honest with me. I need some constructive criticism. What can I do better next time? What can I improve on? What would you change? Like, give me something that I can work with. What's some constructive criticism? And they all just looked at each other. No one said a word. And then one of the girls spoke up and said, don't change a thing. That was perfect. And I was like, hey, say less. But in my head, I was like, okay, come on. Like, I know there's got to be something I can improve on. And I've looked back and found a couple things I feel like I could have did better at. But the point is, it was a blessed night. It's crazy that God took a situation in my life that was such a grave. It was just brokenness, depression, despair, destructed, like horrible situation in my life. An absolute grave in my life, and God took that grave and turned it into a garden. God took the grave in my life and he turned it into a garden. He turned it into a place of life. Something that used to be so dead, something that brought so much just deathly, horrible thoughts is now something that I get life from. Like, it's something that I find purpose in. There's purpose in your pain, and God turned my grave into a garden. So never give up. That's just a little extra message for today. Never give up. Because God can turn your graves. God can turn your worst situations that you've ever been through in your life. He could turn those situations into a garden, into something that brings life. All right? He could turn death into life. Anyways. So, I get to the event. We're setting up. This is the point of the story, all right? We're setting up. I didn't tell that story to brag. I told that story not to brag or to be like, look at me. I told it because, I'm so blessed. And also, first of all glory to God. But second of all, I told it because before the event started, I'm sitting in this room and I'm seeing all these people come in. I mean, there must have been 150, 200 people there. Like, I don't know if that's accurate numbers. Maybe if one of the ladies or one of the dudes is watching that has like an accurate number of how many people that, lecture hall. It was in a lecture hall. I don't know how many people the lecture hall held, but it was pretty much filled all the way up. Like, it was insane. But as all these people are coming in, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, they're here for me. I gotta deliver right now. I can't just, I was like, I can't just like not show up. I need to deliver right now. And I even had thoughts of like, am I in over my head a little bit? Like, am I really the guy that should be putting on this event right now? And I even told Macy like 2 minutes before it started, I said, Macy, I need to go to the bathroom. And she didn't know this, but I went to the bathroom and I looked at myself in the mirror as a dude's literally taking a crap behind me. He's like in a stall behind me, and I'm sitting there looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm saying, Foster, you got this. You're here for a reason. These girls need you. It's important that you're here right now, and you are worthy. You are needed. You need to be here right now, and you are going to make it. Like, you are going to succeed. I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I was just looking at myself saying, like, you are worthy. And I knew in that moment before the event started. Yes, I was having all these thoughts of like, oh my gosh, like I feel like must have been the devil attacking me of like, oh man, are you really the guy that should be putting this on? Is it really you that should be here giving this talk right now? But I went in the mirror and I just had some positive self-talk. You are worthy. You got this, bro. Like, it is you. You need to be here right now. You're the man. No one else should be giving this talk but you. I was telling myself stuff like this, and I realized like all I have to do out there is be me. If I go out there and be myself, I'm going to succeed because God put me here. This is God's purpose for my life. If I just go out and be me, it will be a successful night. And that's exactly what I did. I went out there. The start was a little slow. And I feel like that's just how it always will be with talks like this, especially on a Wednesday night, like a mental health educational on a Wednesday night. I noticed right out the gate there was people, on their phones or on their laptops and stuff. So I was really trying to hammer hard, getting their attention at the beginning, like connecting with the audience, getting them locked into the talk. And as the talk continued, I started to see the laptops close. I saw the phones go in the pockets. I saw everyone becoming very engaged. And like I said, it started out kind of slow, but once I found that groove, I was just being me. I was just truly just being myself. And since I was being myself, it was a successful night, all right? Because I was worthy of being in that position. I was worthy of being right there, right then, I was worthy of being the guy to talk to them about the mental health things that they were facing with their friend passing away. I was meant to be there. It was important that I was there, all right? And I want everybody watching this to know that God made you in his image. God made you uniquely and wonderfully made in his image. There's only one of you. You're the only one of you that has ever been and ever will be. And God has a unique calling and a unique purpose for your life. And honestly, I feel like most of us know what it is. Like deep down, we truly do know what it is. In a perfect world, we would be doing that. Like in a perfect world, I would be doing motivational speaking full time. In a perfect world, maybe you would be a CEO of a blank company full time. Like maybe you would be a pastor at that church. Maybe you'd be a mom of 6. Like there's so many different things. And I feel like we internally know our calling, but so many of us may not truly believe that we are worthy of actually being in the position of fulfilling that calling. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I even, like I was saying earlier, I would click on a video like this that says you are worthy. I would hear the intro and I would think, bro, I already know I'm worthy. But I'm telling you, right before that talk started, that's when I realized there was part of me that didn't feel worthy. There was part of me that felt like I was in over my head. But I went in the bathroom and I told myself, you got this, bro. And I knew that God put me here for a reason. God put that calling in your life for a reason. There's a reason you feel called to do that thing. There's a reason you feel called to be in that position. Don't feel like you're unworthy of it, all right? I got to tell everybody something right now. You are worth more than you could ever believe. Your potential is unlimited. Every single one of you need to understand this. Your potential is unlimited. The only limit you have is the limits you put on yourselves. We limit ourselves because we don't believe in ourselves. We limit ourselves because we don't believe in the potential that we have, and we don't believe that we are actually worthy of being in that position. We don't actually think that we are that guy. We don't actually think that we can be that chick, We don't think we could be that person in that position because we feel unworthy. We feel like an imposter. Imposter syndrome is such a huge thing, but I'm here to tell you guys and girls that you are worthy of fulfilling that purpose. You are worthy of being that person in that position. God has called you to it. All right. When has he failed you? God has never failed you before. He's not going to fail you today. He's not going to fail you in the future. God has never failed you. He put that purpose, he put that calling, he put that desire in your heart for a reason. All right. And you are worthy of being in that position. Okay. I want to kind of tell a little mindset thing that I have in my mind of a basketball game, okay? And this could apply in so many different things, but I'm going to talk about basketball because I love basketball, all right? The way I see it is like, pretend you're on a basketball team. You're in the starting 5. Your team's down by 1 point in the championship game, and there's 10 seconds left on the clock. And your coach looks at you and says, I want you to take the last shot. Coach looks at me and says, Foster, I want you to take the last shot. How would you feel in that moment? Would you feel like, I don't know, coach, I think maybe he should be the one taking that shot. I don't know, coach. Like maybe you're an actor. Maybe you're into theater. Maybe your theater director comes up to you and says, I want you to be the main character. I want you to play the main role. Do you feel like, I don't know if I'm cut out for that. Maybe he should do it. Maybe she should do it. Like, me? Like, you want me to do that? Like, taking it back to the basketball situation, it's like, coach, you want me to take that shot? You want me to be that guy taking that shot? I feel like God is calling us to be that guy in whatever situation your calling and your purpose is. That purpose and that calling is unique to you. All right? And God's calling you to fulfill it. God's calling you to make it happen. God's calling you to take the shot. The way I see it is like, I feel like I'm in a position where I'm saying, God, I'll take the shot. Just give me the play. I just draw up the play. Get me open and I'll take the shot. God will help you through it. God will push you through it. And he'll put you in that position to take the shot and be successful and make the shot. All right? And it's not even on you to do all that. God will get you right where you need to be in order to make the shot. All right? But so many of us hold ourselves back because we don't believe we are worthy. And I'm telling you right now, you are worthy. I'm telling you from that past Wednesday, I was in there. I was right at the center of everything that my life has ever built up to. The podcast, the clothing brand, everything I've done has built up to that moment when I finally was where I truly wanted to be. This has all been a build-up to a motivational speaking career. Y'all understand? I hope y'all understand that. And I was right there. I was about to give the talk, and I felt that unworthiness. But I remembered, as long as I be me, as long as I do exactly what I know I can do, which is be myself, as long as I do what I know I'm called to do, deliver authentically, be me, I can't fail. I can't fail. God has put me here to be myself, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And it worked out so greatly. I just hope everybody watching this understands that you are worthy of being in that position. You are worthy of being that guy or being that girl, being that mom of 6, being that CEO, being that pastor, being that teacher, being that principal, being that whatever it is for you. I want everybody right now. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go comment. Go comment what it is. What is that calling that you feel called to do? What is that thing that you feel that in a perfect world you would be doing if it wasn't for this and that and the fear and all the things that go into it? I know that it's a lot easier to say than to do, but I want you to go comment on this video right now. What is that calling for you? What is that purpose for you? And I'll take time to go through and read all of them. All right. You are worthy, y'all. You are worthy of being in that position. You are worth more than you could ever believe. You have so much potential. And please don't ever sell yourself short due to a lack of belief. Due to a lack of belief that you are actually not, don't not go for it because you don't believe that you're worthy. Because I'm telling you right now, you are worthy. You are worthy was about to be the message behind our brand. I switched it to your life is worth living. It was going to be you are worthy. I switched it to your life is worth living. But you are worthy is still such a pillar of the Underwater FlyZone and such a pillar of what I believe. And I need you all to believe that today, believe right now, you're worthy of fulfilling that purpose. You're worthy of being the person taking that shot, taking that three, taking that layup to win the game and the championship. That could be you. That should be you. Don't pass it off to a teammate. Last thing I'll say. Let's be honest. So many of us, if we were given the opportunity, given the chance to be in that position, that to fulfill that calling, to fulfill that passion, so many of us would almost rather somebody else do it and stay in our comfort zone and work this job, go this safe route, because we feel like if we were to stand on our calling and fulfill our calling, there's a chance that it wouldn't work out. Like I said, God would never fail you. God would never put you in a position to fulfill your calling and then have it not work out. All right. So this is the thing. Be the person to take that shot. Don't be the person to say, I don't want to take the shot. Let them do it. I'd rather play it safe. I'd rather, if I miss the shot, not be the one getting fingers pointed at me that I lost the game for my team. I'd rather be the person that, maybe throws the ball in and watches the shot get took. No, be the person to take that shot. Be the person to be the lead actor in that play. Go for it, y'all. Go for it. Get out of that comfort zone. The comfort zone is a dangerous place to be because you don't grow in your comfort zone. You grow outside of the comfort zone. Be uncomfortable. Go for that calling, y'all. This is our one life. This is the time to do it. The time is now. We get to spend eternity in heaven with Jesus. But right now we're here on earth. Let's go fulfill that calling that he has called us to. All right? And don't sell yourself short due to a lack of belief that you are worthy. You are so worthy, y'all. Don't lack that belief. Don't ever tell yourself that you're not worthy, because every single one of you is so worthy of fulfilling whatever your calling is, whatever your purpose is. You can do it. And you will do it. Go comment on this video. This week's challenge is just going to be to go comment on this video your calling. What do you feel your calling is? What do you feel your purpose is? Go drop a comment. I would love to read them. doing these challenges, but I gotta have people reaching out, or else it feels like I'm wasting my time. So go reach out to me. Go hit up our DMs or Snapchat me or whatever. But hey, I love you guys. I gotta tell you one more thing before I end this. This is my third time recording this podcast episode. The first time I felt like I was too all over the place. The second time was absolutely amazing. But when I went to edit it, the camera for some reason only got 2 minutes of it. So I'm about to go check. Hopefully it caught all of this one, because I felt like this one was probably my best take. Hope you all got something out of this episode here today. It's literally a school night, and I'm going to get like 5.5 hours of sleep on a literal school night, but it is what it is. And I'm not a student. I'm the teacher, so I got to have energy. I'm the PE teacher. I got to have the energy. So, yeah. Man, I sacrificed a little bit for this one, but I hope the message got across that each and every single one of you, you are worthy, y'all. You're worthy. You are worth more than you could ever believe. All you have to do is believe that dream and that calling is possible. And you're meant to be in that position. Nobody else is meant to be there. Nobody else was meant to be there last Wednesday, talking to AD Pie, talking to Sig Ep. Nobody else was meant to be there. I was supposed to be there, and I was there. And I'm so thankful that God put me there, you know. Because like I said earlier, that this all stems from such a dark place, but God has used it. God has taken this dark place and turned it into life, turned it into light, you know. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go get to bed. But yeah, hey. Peace out, y'all. We got a lot of episodes coming to wrap up the season, so be looking out. Hey, love you guys. Peace out.